Hello and welcome to Nomregard's Journey. Today we're going to be taking on Kael and going through the process of attempting to kill the Avatar of War. This is going to be a 4 Gouda zone. 1 Gouda for Vindicator, 1 Gouda for Tormax, 1 Gouda for the statue, and 1 Gouda for the Avatar of War. I think we can do it, but we're going to see here. So let's go ahead and get our agent, or our thing. We got to kick everybody from the other one. Okay, P expedition. Yes. And then we're going to want, let's see here, Kael 2. And then that's right. Then we're going to say ready. And then we're going to say location. As soon as that allows us to go in there. Location. Nope. Not yet. Yeah, so this is coming out on a Thursday, and like if we can't kill Avatar 4, we'll come back and do him at 70 for sure. But I think after this we're gonna hit up TOV in Friday's video, and hopefully we can make it through it. I think we should have like not too big an issue with that. Now what we'll do is we'll do 1 Gouda per dragon, so we're gonna have like quite a few dragons. So that's each of the wings, that's 3 for one wing, that's 1 for the other, so that's 4, and then whatever's in the north is gonna be crazy amount of Goudas, and we're gonna be stockpiling Goudas because I think we're gonna want a lot of level 70 and 80 raid loot to be able to go through this. All right, so I'm going to start this with Vindicator because he is the easiest, and then we're going to circle back to Tormax and get him after that, because I feel like that's going to be like the best order. Because if we can't kill Vindicator, I mean, we're not going to be able to kill anything else, right? He's going to be the easiest mob here by a long shot. So it's just a short jaunt order. We should be able to run invis through most of this to avoid having to kill anything we don't really want to, but we'll see how this goes. I think we can kill everything, but Tormax is going to be, I mean, not Tormax, Avatar is going to be the challenge. I feel like he's going to be hitting for 1,000 over Jane's Veil, right? I think he hits for like 1,500s. So, it's going to be some pretty solid hard hits, and I don't know if the mercenary is going to be able to sustain that healing. And our only way of doing anything to him is most likely going to be life taps. I don't think we're going to land anything but life taps on him. So that is going to be something there. Now, what we need to do real quick is go up here. Come on. Now we're gonna kill these guys because they all aggro when you fight the Avatar. So we might as well pre-clear them right now, just so we don't have to deal with that. And then last episode we killed Dane, correct? And so we got the Dane's head, obviously. And this is the belt that you get from slaying Dane, and this is that. So let's see if that's an upgrade over what we already have. Not really. Why can't I even attack this guy? Alright, that guy doesn't want to be attacked. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. So it's not really an upgrade, unless this thing has got like a massive amount of stats. Well, I mean, it's a minor. Be a minor upgrade. We know trading a haste for attack, so I don't think we're gonna do the upgrade right now, but we have it in our bag. We'll think about it later if we want. And as I said in the last video, I wasn't gonna waste my time doing faction for any of this stuff because we're gonna blow by it so fast. It's just not worth spending a day to switch my faction just to do that when I have characters literally dedicated to COV, Dane, and Giant Faction, so just easier that way. All right, That's these guys. Let's make sure. What do we got? Like a few more over there. We want to make sure we kill all these guys because they are going to aggro when we do fight the Avatar. Because we are lower level, I usually come in here in a little higher level, and since these are light blue, I think I usually come here at 70 and kill them with like my whole group. So this way, it's just gonna be a little bit, you know, more controllable. Let's see here. I'll have to get an AA. Nice. I'm trying to figure out where I was spending that. Right, there we go. And looking good. Get that last spectator, and then we should be good on whatever's down there. If anything else does spawn, we'll have to deal with it at that time. But this way, I'm not fighting these greens and light blues while fighting the Avatar. Now, they're not going to do any damage to us, right? Because Jane's Veil, and they don't hit over 500 damage themselves. But at the same time, that's extra stuns that can land on me, and so that's not fun. All right, let's go down here and go to Vindicator. Let's invis up, and we should be able to just like walk our way through here. I'm hoping the next expansion has a cool two-hander ornamentation for buying it, so I can replace this one. I really want to get the Epic. I think that's going to be something I focus on soon. I'm not going to be able to solo it yet, just because, you know, Fear is Death Touch City, and I can't sustain. I don't have the missing 80,000 hit points to take a Death Touch, so when we can take a Death Touch, we're going to get the Epic 1 and the Epic 2, get all that knocked out. And I think that's about 85. I think at 85 we should have 100k hit points. Considering we're at 21k at 65, I think we should be able to get there, but who knows. Alright, we're not going to loot those giant helmets. Get this guy here. And then the Vindicator spawns right on the other side of that glass. Or ice. Go. And I don't want these toes either. Now, this guy is not a raid mob. He's an experienced mob, but he's pretty rough. Alright, get him down. Obviously, it's just a matter of fighting through the my cloak's gone. I just noticed I'm missing cloak. So weird. Can't tell if I got dispelled. I think these guys are healers, so that's like another issue. They're going to be healing him. Now, when we fight Vindicator, he's going to have two of these guards. We're going to have to kill those while tanking him. And that'll be fun. Alright, let's get these guys here dotted up too. Since they're just going to be chain healing the other guy anyway. Now we have a little bit of damage shield, so at 405 damage shield right now. That's from ranger buffs plus mage buffs plus the innate Shadow Knight stuff. So that is kind of nice. A little extra DPS there, but you know, not too overpowered yet. I think at I think it's 70 or 75, we can get like 125 buffs on us. And then it's just ridiculous at that point, but definitely that'll be a day to see. That'll allow us to, you know, push a little bit harder into stuff solo that we probably wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Black Blade of Tormenting, 240 tribute. We'll go ahead and random that one out. And Shield of Battle, I don't know, roll that out. We don't want these giant heads, so roll those that way. All right. Now, there's a guy here. I totally forgot about him, so we're going to grab him. And there's Vindicator right there. Now, I think when we tag him, he's going to have 2 guards spawn to come be with him. I think that's the way it's going to work. That's the way it worked on the emulated server we did for a little while, but we'll see how it goes here. Tag him. Yeah, there's one guardian, and there's the other. We're going to kill the guardians first. Let's go to smashed here, see if anything breaks through. So we're getting a little bit of damage through on Vindicator, right? So he's going to be actually doing a little bit of damage to us, so that's kind of nice. This is about when I thought the Jane's Veil would start to show its, you know, its lack of overpoweredness, if you will. At 105, we're going to pick up the Honed Worm Slayer, and that will give us another 1500. So that'll let us do some stuff. I don't know how much compared to, like, you know, how much, you know, it's 2,000 damage off, right? But the mobs are hitting for like 25,000. So, I mean, it's not really a whole lot there, but might, you know, help us push a little bit of stuff, at least in the older content, right? Where we're not going to be able to heal as much. We might be able to get a little bit of benefit out of that. Because at 105, we're going to be probably doing like 85 to 90 raids. Probably 85 raids. I think we can do some of the raids in House of Thule solo. So that'll be fun. Alright, let's get this other one here, just because they heal. You can see here, it's like a normal experienced mob just popping through right now, so that's pretty nice. But he's already at 80% just from the damage shield and riposte, so that's something. Alright, let's get him dotted up. Alright, let's turn him around here. Alright, he dropped a head we don't want, and there, we're good. Let's get a life tap on there. Perfect. This is working. It's working out pretty well. Gotta say. I honestly think we'll be able to get through most of TOV. I'm, you know, like, there's only like one dragon I'm like worried about, and that's the Venom. I think he's gonna be the hardest one because his knockback and stuff like that, but in all honesty, I don't think we're gonna have too much issue with them. Then we'll do a clear of Sleeper's Tomb, I think, before we level up also. Just to kill the warders and stuff. See if we can, you know, do anything there. Be kind of fun. Pick up a primal weapon. There might be like some optimization we can do there. Like, you know, get a primal two-hander. You know, proc the primal, switch back to our normal weapon. That gives us 100 attack. That gives us, you know, maxed out stats. And so that could actually be a nice little thing to have. And we might be using that for a while, just because 100 attack is a lot. And I don't think there's anything else like a primal weapon throughout the rest of the game, so. Alright, so Vindicator, not too hard. You know, he's tickling us, but he's not really pushing that high DPS like Avatar War is going to be doing. There we go. And I think we'll get like a Vindicator breastplate, probably. Maybe the boots. There we go. And we got the earring. We got the Sea Invisible earring there. I don't think I've gotten that in a while. 840 tribute. Got a heart and stuff we don't want. Set those on never loot. All right, we're gonna let that roll out. We're gonna now move on back to Tormax, and I'm just gonna cut to to Tormax. Right? I don't know. It's a lot of walking. All right, we're here at Tormax. We're gonna clear the trash on the sides here. Now, if you don't know how to get here and you haven't watched any of my other videos, like, so we're up here. We came back down. This is the bank area. We went up that way. We came in from over here. So if you go back this way and you just follow this side road up here, you'll get up here. It's a very simple zone, right? You come in here, go pretty much there. You're at the bank, and then you can, right there. You can go at the bank. You can go up. You can go down. You can go this way to Waking Land. So today I learned there's an agent of change for the Waking Lands. I did not realize there was one. That is nice to know. All right, that guy's down. Get this guy here. Now, I don't know how many mobs we're going to be fighting. I could be splitting some of these, like, you know, but they're not, if they don't hit through the skin, you know, there's no point, because I'm doing free damage by riposts and all that other stuff. You know, it's like, why bother? But Tormax should be significantly harder than Vindicator by, I would say, 20%, maybe 30%. He's a little bit rougher of a mob, but he's got, you know, 2 bodyguards you got to deal with. You can split them off, but I doubt I'm going to put that much effort into this. Let's get these guys dotted up. I'm just surprised the pet's been doing well. Like, the pet died to Dane, right? Because I was doing the cheesery to get him to aggro and whatnot. But other than that, the pet has not been dying. So that is interesting. Hoping I might start summoning mage gear for the pet, just to make him a little bit stronger. I think that would be pretty beneficial. Just to push him to that next, you know, next little tier of gear, but it probably doesn't matter, honestly. Probably get him some proc weapons here at some point. Alright, we are going to go ahead and take this guy. Right over here, what do we get? Corroded chain, yeah, so that's armor for Thurgood armor. We don't want any of this stuff, so we're just going to roll it off. No thing, right? So I'm going to go down right here. I think I can ignore that stuff. I don't know. We'll find out. Tormax is level 70, so just same level as everything else. There we go. We're going to kill the ads first, since they are melee. These are all melee mobs, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. Looks like we're going to get another ad from that guy over there. And does look like Tormax is popping through the bubble, if you will, but not by a whole lot. That was one hit, so it's kind of a lot less damage than I was expecting. I was expecting Tormax to not do as much, so I mean to do more than Vindicator. So it's unexpected to me. Plate arms for Thurgood. Leave those on the corpse. They lost aggro on Tormaxy. Let's go ahead and dot him up while we're schwacking around here. It does not look like any dots are landed on him, so that's gonna be Yes. All right. I guess we are going to be dotless on this guy. All right. That one's down. Don't attack whatever the hell that was. And tainted silk gloves. Don't want. Try again. All right. Disease or poison didn't work. Bonded death worked. All right. And fire worked that time. Perfect. So he's gonna be a longer fight. Obviously, he's he's got more hit points than Vindicator, I think. But not too bad there. Looks like we got another AA, so we can do fishing mastery. That's I'm just like wasting AAs right now. And we're at 25 Merc AAs somehow. I don't know what I did there, but maybe the persona gained them. But the Merc AAs are shared between your personas, so you can see how I have 952 Merc AAs. So it's like I got a lot of them. So interesting how they're shared. I didn't really expect that, in all honesty. Doing good there. I'm gonna save Harm Touch and Leech Touch for Avatar. I'm almost certain he is gonna be popping through the damage like almost every hit. I know we have a lot of AC, and I've been kind of focusing my gear towards AC, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna switch this back out because that was just for previous. Yeah, we're good. Now I'm trying to figure out how I can do Jelinek. Now the interesting thing about the Jelinek raid is that there are mobs that banish you when you go up, but if you're not KOS to Claws of Vishan, you won't get banished. And Jelinek doesn't banish. And it's not the same kind of banish like Dane. Like, oh, Dane just sends you to another part of the zone. This is a full zone out of the zone banish, right? And it is makes it challenging, right? You almost need like 2 or 3 characters just to kill the mobs. Or kill it fast enough, but you can't resist it, so it's kind of annoying. And it makes it nearly impossible to get up to Jelinek if you're KOS. So possibly after this, if we are not KOS, we might do Jelinek before we do TOV, because TOV is gonna kill our dragon faction. But I already like spent a ton of time in Western Ways, so I don't think I'm gonna have much faction at the moment. So let's see here. I forgot you can actually check. Faction, scars, claws. I am Scowls. 1,600 points away. Oh my gosh, I'm Scowls like everything. Except I'm apprehensive to Tormax here. Oh, sorry, buddy. Guess you should have been a little less trusting. So depending on what we are after this raid, that'll determine next. I think I said I was going to do TOV next, but I just thought about getting, if I'm not KOS, I can get up there and kill Jelinek real quick. And I don't know if I've killed Jelinek on this guy. I have not killed Jelinek on this guy. I killed the Crusaders. I got banished out. I think I went to this guy, killed him, and then I went to another one and he banished me. So we'll see. If I am still KOS, I do have a character I think can call a hero me up to the top, and I'll just do that. And we can just avoid the whole situation, because it's such a long run that I don't even want to do the video of me running up there. It's so painful. it's like it's literally a 15, maybe 20-minute nonstop run all the way to the top of Sky Shrine. It's just no fun at all. All right, we're gonna kill the ad after we dot him. Get him dotted up himself. Definitely not too bad here. I think once we get into Gates Discord, well, I guess we got to go through Planes of Power first. And I think those mobs are going to be hard enough. I know we got squatted, like completely smashed at like 55 by Grumaz. So I think that it's pretty much we should be able to like handle that guy. Probably 70. I think that's probably the ideal number there, because we still, yeah, we got Leckland raids too. So we'll have to look into that. Now I'll have to make sure, because we won't be able to do the ones in Kiva Ruins or whatever the hell it's called in the old zone. We won't be able to do those because they death touch. I don't think the Emperor death touch is. I think one of the snakes death touches. I'll have to look and see, go through all that. But if it death touches, we'll have to skip it for now. And then Saru, I think we can kill him. So we'll do the key and stuff for that. I don't think I have the Saru key on this guy. Teleportation. No, I don't have an Arcs key. So that'll be nice. All right, well, Tormax is down. We're 2 Goudas in. This is fantastic. I cannot wait to savor those Goudas. All right, what do we get here? We got Boots of the Storm, which are nice boots. Are they better than our boots? They are so close, but there's so many extra stats plus the spell haste. It's hard to say. But we'll roll those. We'll roll that. That's the head for the dragon scale boots. We'll roll that, but we can't use it. But look at that tribute, 28,000. You are definitely getting tributed. And then a white dragon scale sash, pretty nice priest item there. Plus the sleeper's key also. All right, not too bad. Let's get a screenshot of this guy. He's screenshot worthy. All right, let's go up here. Let's pop and viz, and we'll run back to the statue, who's just literally right where the Vindicator was. I just wanted to kill Tormax because I was under the impression that Tormax was harder than Vindicator, but it does not seem to be that is the case. We just got a huge faction hit, so what is our Yellonak at? Dubious Yellonak. But we are still Scowls, 1584 now to that. So I'm gonna kill this trash, and then I'm just gonna run my way back up here to where we were for that. All right, we're back up top, and we've literally been killing every single mob along the way. Just to get the little extra faction here, but just to try to make that a little easier, but definitely need to kill all this stuff anyway. Alright, let's get him. Now the statue is a fairly easy mob. It's not, I don't think it's more difficult than any of the other stuff. It is slowable, but we don't have slow because we didn't get a Vinky's, what you call it. Now, I think I have one somewhere. A Vinky's claw. I think I can't even remember what it's called. But it's a slow weapon. And if I can find it, I will spend a Gouda to acquire that. I just don't remember what character I got one on. Really? Oh, yeah, I could probably have snared him, right? Nope. They're with 10. Alright, so not too bad. Let's see here. There's the statue. Let's tag that guy and see what happens. You can see there, the statue's light blue. He's not listed on the achievement as a raid mob, but he is a raid mob, so I don't know what's his deal. You can see here, he's smashing right through, 580 through our Jane's Veil. So it's not like he's like trivial. He's obviously doing more damage than Vindicator and Tormax combined. So I don't know why he's not listed, but he's a part of the cycle for the Avatar War, so I would assume that's the whole reason, right? So we're gonna kill this statue, and then where's the thing? We're gonna go through this little secret hole all the way through this cave until we get down here to the end. There's gonna be the idol of Ralof Zek. He is the trigger mob that will spawn the Avatar of War, and then once we kill him, we go through this invisible wall, and it says statue right here, but that's where the Avatar spawns. I don't know exactly what or why it says it that way. I didn't make these maps, but that is just how it is. There we go. What is it? Corroded helmet. Don't want. Chromium. I don't even know what that's for. There we go. That one's dead. And the mercenary is able to keep up with the healing here. Now the life taps are doing a little bit of work too, so that's good. I can see there's 1,000 damage right through our right through it. So definitely we're getting into the hard mob phase now, right? Like I guess before this, not so bad, but this is where it's gonna get hard. Now the idol, I believe he hits as hard as Avatar, but a little bit slower, right? So, and I think he's got less hit points, so it's gonna be a little bit interesting to see. The idol's more comparable to the statue. The statue being slowable and the idol not being slowable, but you can see here we're actually taking a little bit of damage now, so that's nice. Let's get that on there. Come on. Gotta just keep these dots on, get the damage down. Now, obviously, he's got a lot of hit points, so it's buckle up. It's gonna take a while, and there's not really. We have the best in slot weapon that I could find, right, with the diamond-tipped war javelin. I don't think there's anything better. The best I could probably do is put a ray dog in. So I think for level 65, we're doing really well. Now, I've been thinking about it. Now, I might be able to get a whatever the energy shard is, right? I might even have one on me. I don't see it. For the Epic 2.0. If I can get that, I think we could probably do the 1.5 Epic pre-quest to skip the 1.0 for now, allowing us to get the 1.5 and then the 2.0 at level 70. I've been thinking about it, and if I can figure it all out, I think we can do it. And if we can get the Epic 2.0 at level 70, that is going to be a phenomenal thing. Because the 1.0 has got Death Touch mobs. I don't think the 1.5 or the 2.0 have Death Touch mobs. And I think if we can get into the Citadel at 70, right, we should be able to at least kill one of the mobs. We don't have to kill the final boss. We can kill one of the mobs that drops it. We're set, right? That's all we got to do, and we can make our epic. Probably get a few other items too while we're there. I think it's doable. Maybe 70. maybe 75 if you know, if it's just too much damage. But it's something to strive for as we work our way through these this stuff, because we're going to be level locking a lot, right? This series is all about, you know, trying to do the raids in as close to era as we can with whatever, you know, items we pick. I'm strongly considering picking one of my mounts, like, you know, picking a mount, whatever the best one I got is. I don't really see. Yeah, there's the other ones, but you know, that and maybe a familiar as another Gouda. Those would be both two Goudas each. I think that's only fair since they're you know, such a strong item. And you know, that would get our hit points. Like, let's see your key rings. Let's look at, where is it here? Where is the new one? Yeah, the calf whistle. Here we go. I don't think he's gonna mount it, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Jeez. This is Pazza. I don't think he got it. No, he's got 21,000. So this will give us 5,000 hit points and 50 mana regen and 99 armor class and 50 all resist, right? That's pretty nice. Familiars. What familiars does this guy have? It's hard to tell here. Maybe, no, I think he has the eye. Where is it? There it is. He has this one. This one's from Terror of Luckland. I don't think I have the Lorien Song one on this guy. Nope, nope, nope. Don't cast that. Alright, I can't see what I'm doing. Ticking around too much. There we go. So this one gives us 3%, 5% extra damage, 1,000 hit points, 60 point damage shield. So that's a pretty nice little item right there. You know, that'd be definitely something we'd want to pick. You know, and those would be 2 Goudas each. That would push us into, you know, a little bit higher of an armor class, higher, you know, weapons and higher damage for pushing these raids. But I don't think we're going to do it yet. I think we're pretty solid with like the way we're going at the moment, but definitely I think, let me take a screenshot of that real quick. And we're good on mana, so we're not gonna have to take a med break. I don't even know what buffs I'm missing at the moment besides cloak. I really should pay a little bit more attention. I think they're just like the shorter duration buffs I'm getting from something. I notice I'm about to lose damage shield, which kind of sucks. I guess we would love to have that for the avatar, but I'm not gonna run out of here and run all the way back. I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, we still have the ranger buff, so we'll have a little bit of damage shield there. But these fights are so long, right? It's not too bad. He's not doing enough damage yet. I think the idol will really start to see, you know, the cut throughs and stuff on the damage. I'm almost tempted to do Tunar and just tag her and fight the whole zone at once. I think that would be kind of crazy fun. At least see if we can do it. Because I don't think anything's gonna, any of the trash in Tunar in Plane of Growth is gonna fight through the rune. So yeah, I don't think anything hits as hard as this guy. So 11%. Getting some good hits too. I mean, he's hitting for, you know, a good chunk of our hit points. 1875 critical lifetime. I love it. I think he's gonna start walking. I don't know. Can we snare this guy? I don't think so. Now he drops some really nice stuff, so he's you know, considered a raid mob. So it's nice stuff. I don't know if it'll be anything that we can use though. He drops a breastplate that's really nice. Like, it's best in slot for Velius, but we already have the Gates of Discord one, so. I didn't redot him because I thought he would die faster. There we go. Alright. We got an Iron Scroll of War, which is a caster thing with 2 charges of Supernova. We'll go ahead and roll that out. We can't loot both of them. We got a Reaver, which is kind of nice because it's a 40-40-1 ratio weapon. Now, it used to suck, right? Because it used to have a magic item on it. I mean, it didn't have magic on it. And you couldn't hit anything without magic. And so at some point they removed the magic tag from items so you could hit things. So, and now it's actually a pretty nice little, you know, item for a level 1. Because that was practically the only thing you could use it for, was to go as a level 1 to go kill orcs and shit. Because you couldn't hit undead or anything like that. Alright, I guess that doesn't stack. Okay, so Shadow Knight skin doesn't stack with the Ranger skin. Alright, that's good to know. I didn't know that. So I think that's all we got. I'm trying to look here. I got nothing else. I'm going to redo my Black Shroud though. We'll redo that here in just a second. Before we fight Idol, because this is going to be a long fight, and you know, I might just walk away from the keyboard for a while he's swacking at it, because it is going to be a long fight. Just let auto attack win. And I think we can do our self damage shield. I think that'll give us a little bit of extra damage there. So I think we should do those real quick. Since we're losing, we're gonna lose the, what the hell pathing is that? Alright, let's get, Shroud back on. What are we at now? Only 900 points to go. I can conceivably see that not being that too hard to do. Alright, that's refreshed. That's not gonna stack right now. We'll do it after the idol. Now I'm gonna invis. Oh, never mind. They see invis. Alright, so this is gonna be me clearing. I'm gonna just cut this part out. I'm gonna clear this tunnel. I gotta fight all these stupid guardians here, and then we're gonna fight the idol. All right, I ended up just fighting deathing past them. I wasn't even I can't even be bothered. All right, here's the idol. We're gonna see how well or bad this goes. Go ahead and see if we can dot him up. There's one. Or her on reactive, because he is smashing. He is a smashy boy. All right, let's get Bond to Death on there quickly. Nope, that's not happening. 355. He's definitely doing more damage. He's like really getting it in there. I'm gonna turn him here in just a second, so my pet's not eating posts. There we go. I can't re-land my dots, so it's something we're gonna have to worry about, I guess. Definitely way more hit points than the last guy. So I guess we'll just kind of chain cast life tap on him, I guess, to get him down. That's the oh, sorry, illusion wore off. I like that he's hitting. Like that means Avatar is going to be a challenge. I think Avatar is going to be hitting so hard and so fast. The mercenary is going to actually have to do some work. Come on. It's not. He's resisting so much that we're not going to be able to land anything, I don't think. I think for Avatar, I think disease lands on him. I can't remember though. So I'm going to pull up one of my disease dots. You can just see the damage. This is this is literally like I'm going to walk away from the keyboard and just let it go, because this is crazy. The amount of hit points he has. And I'm hitting him decently, so it's not like I'm not. He stuns a lot too, so he's definitely there we go, we got that on there. Our defense skill is going to be maxed out, I'll tell you what. Come on. I like that we have the critical dots now, so that's just a little extra damage we get, but geez. I don't know how long this fight's been going, but we're only at 75%. Oh, man. I have a feeling I'm going to be harm touching and leech touching Avatar. And I don't think we have anything else that we can throw at him. I guess we could use our disciplines. So we got Unholy, which is a timer 2. Which will increase our life tap damage, and then we got Leech Curse, which will, you know, heals us for more damage. So we'll probably, well, honestly, probably be using both of those. Oh man! And I don't think this breastplate has a clicky yet, does it? No. She's healing us for... Oh, she's healing over time us. Jeez, she does not even try. All right. Well, buckle up. It's gonna take a while. Still have clarity. Still good there. I think I'm gonna do self-damage shield before the Avatar for sure. Because we only have like 167 damage shield at the moment. The mage one is obviously the real deal. Okay, let's see if we can get some of these on there real quick. It's just, there's so much recasting of the dots because they don't stick that I lose a lot of mana from that, and I lose a lot of DPS from that because I'm not able to swing or cast. So it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, so we use both our disciplines on the avatar. We'll use Harm Touch, use Leech Touch, and hopefully that's enough. I think I'll Harm Touch him at 50% just because it's got that damage over time component to it. So if I do it, you know, at the end, it's gonna be wasted. But if I do it kind of in the middle, it should work really well. And then we'll do Leech Touch as soon as we need to. Let's see here. Already got to refresh. All right, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, you know, cut ahead a little bit because this is kind of boring, and you know, obviously, this is not hard. All right, he's down to 12%. I'm gonna do the fast forward thing through most of this fight, because this has been a while. This is quite the adventure here. And it sucks because I can't land my spells half the time. There we go. Oh, you shake off the stun effect? What? Am I finally getting to that point where I'm not going to get stunned as much? Nope. 5 more levels. There we go. Oh my gosh, 5%. I can't land anything on him. 4%. And finally, he's running. Alright, so once we kill the idol here, he is going to trigger the spawn of the avatar. We're gonna put disease on our bar just in case that actually lands, and then whatever else we need to refresh real quick. World's longest fight. This next one obviously is going to be longer, and I'll probably speed up parts of it also, just depending on how that fight goes. I mean, he could stomp us like instantly, right? Who knows what's gonna happen here. Alright, so he's up. Alright, let's see here. Let's get our damage shield. That'll give us a little bit more damage since we're going to be taking so much damage. If it ever casts. Alright, we got that. 21 minutes. Keep that in mind. Let's see how long it lasts. I don't think Grimoire is going to do much. And we're going to drop that. We're going to grab a Stoil. I don't know if it lands. If it does, we'll be lucky. We'll go with that. Fire is not going to land at all. So let me see here. Touch of Interrupt. Let's do another magic-based life tap because that is going to be all that hits. That's Touch of Interrupt. Should be able to grab Touch of Voltaris. Yep, those are different timers. We'll grab that. Pop it. I think we'll put it there for now. I think Touch of Interact has the same 5-second or, you know, reuse time thing, so it should be fine. I think we're good to go. Let's see how this goes. So there he is right there. We're gonna grab him. We're gonna tag him over here. There we go. Mostly because that's a PvP area and it can cause issues. All right, that's wrong. Let's switch that. For now, we can switch those back here in a minute. All right, a Stoil didn't land. Blood of Hate didn't land. Bond of Death, are you my friend? Yes, all right, Bond of Death landed. Damage-wise, he's hitting slightly harder than the idol was, with the same massive hit point pool, so we should be able to, yeah, we have 2 life taps now. That should work for this to kind of help get him down a little bit slower, or a little bit slow. Jeez, I can't talk. I'm befumbled. I think I'm hit my limit for the videos for today. But definitely, this is one to go out on, I think. Now, I've done this before, right? I did this with Hobbs and Friends at 65, and Hobbs got absolutely pancaked. So this is not too bad. I'm trying to move him a little bit. Look at that. Jeez. He is just like pounding us like we owe him money. Just chain those. I'm gonna try my dots again. Yeah, nothing's landing there. Let's go ahead and put that back before I forget that it's something else and I do something else. There we go. Alright, so he's at 89. So I'm gonna speed up this fight until a little bit, and then we'll pop probably Harm Touch at half life and then Leech Touch, just so this isn't 30 minutes of me fighting the avatar here, but it's just literally pretty much auto attack. I don't think he's gonna do enough damage to get through the mercenaries healing, right? So I'm gonna probably play it at like 2000 speed. So we'll see. All right, halfway. Let's Harm Touch him and see what it does. Nothing. Now Harm Touch did what, 3200 there, and it's gonna do, you know, 3200 over time. I think we did it. There should be a larger one up here. I don't see it. We didn't get lucky and get a crit, but definitely not as much as I'd like. Oh, there it is, 7476 as the initial. So that's pretty nice. Can you? This is probably bad. I forgot to clear those guys over there, and that's why I haven't run over there to get him in the door a little bit more. But geez, it is. I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Like, that's how long this fight has been so far. It has been 10 minutes. So this is gonna probably be another, 10 minutes before this guy dies. So I was hoping Harm Touch would do more damage than that, but unfortunately not. I did burn my Unholy, my Leech Curse, and they're doing a little extra damage. The Unholy is just, spam life taps and hope you get more damage out of it, right? So I'm gonna get him down to like 10% again, and we'll go from there. All right, he's at 12%. I think we've won this one. Definitely a long fight. Obviously, it lasted the longer than the duration of Banshee Aura, which was like 19 minutes when we recast that. So definitely crazy, and nothing except for life tap to land on him. So he is what level is he right now? He's a level 70, right? So I guess every raid mob in Velius is level 70. So definitely quite a fight, like, in all honesty. His damage is just enough to make it so I would need the mercenary, right? Like I don't think I could life tap heal through this. It would I might be able to. But there might be some close situations in this fight, but for sure it is he's definitely hitting through the shield enough to warrant having a healer. And you know, hopefully that's how it is going forward into the Luckland bosses and into the Plains of Power bosses as we get through these. But I think we'll go up to 70 before we do Luckland. I think that'll probably be the smartest choice there. But 4%, let's re-bond him here. And then I think there's a few more things I'm going to do at 65 before we level up. But definitely kind of crazy we got this one done. We got to do TOV. I think if we can kill him, we can kill TOV. I think that's really the gist of this. I think we should be fine. I'm almost... I really want to try the Tunar, like, tagger and fight everything. I mean, we only get one shot at that, though. So if we die, we're not going to be able to redo that. So we'll have to, you know, come back and do it another time. But there we go, 0%. And his animation stopped, of course. There we go. The Avatar of War has taken a dirt nap. Let's get a nice little screenshotty right here before I loot this stuff. There we go. Look at that. That is a nice thumbnail, if you ask me. All right, what do we get? We got the Blade of Carnage. We got the Ring of Destruction, the Flayed Barbarian Hide Mask. We can't use the mask, but we'll loot the mask, that's for sure. Now, the Blade of Carnage is probably going to be in our bag for a while. This is going to be our one-hander until we get something better, I think, because that is actually pretty good. And then what do we got here? We got this Flawed Defiant Ring versus this. I feel like it's an upgrade. I mean, at the end of the day, this one has mana preservation on it. This one has, yeah, so I'll just drop one of those and put that on. So that's perfect. All right, so let's just assign these to Nomregard. Loady loot. You got your loot. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we did. All right, let's go get our Goudas. So we killed Vindicator, we killed Tormax, we killed the statue, and we killed the Avatar. That's 4 Goudas. So we're gonna go ahead and collect those, and I'll have to see what my faction is. Maybe I can get my faction up real quick before I do the next video, so we can do Jelinek. I think that would be a nice one to little jaunt to go do. Obviously, I'll cut it straight to the fight. Maybe I'll just Kalu hero him up to the top and call it a day instead of wasting my time running. But let's see here. Goudas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting us at 12 Goudas. That is insane. They're not going to last very long, I'll tell you that. They're already earmarked for some items that I'm looking to acquire. So there we go. Avatar of War done. Kael checked that box off. Very good. So thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.